Hey, welcome to SoFlo TV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. This one, females gone missing after going in search of hotel jobs in St. James. Alright, so before we watch this video and talk about this, I want you to listen to this voice note of a female who could have been a victim, but she was smart enough to question the individual that was questioning her on the phone. Otherwise, she would have went to the location given and ended up missing like the rest of these girls. Listen to the voice note intently, then leave your comment in the comment section below. Here goes.
Go ahead. Yes, I'm hearing you.
Are you working?
No, I'm not.
What do you want to do?
Everything.
We need somebody to answer phone and to speak to the tourists and tell them about the hotel and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay, what else about the language you're able to speak in differently from Jamaica? You speak in other languages?
Spanish and African.
Oh, yes, I think you're very good. Alright, let me hear the first and ask you the Spanish in African. Go ahead.
Buenos días, señor.
Yeah, talk. Go ahead. Let's continue to talk. Go ahead.
Buenos días, señor. Margarita, el español.
Okay, you're going to say it in Spanish. Knock it out in the park. You're going to say that 3 times in Spanish.
Go again?
Knock it out in the park. You're going to say that in Spanish.
¿Cómo pasa, Solares?
Yeah, one more time.
¿Cómo pasa, Solares?
Okay, let me hear the other one.
Which one? African?
Yeah.
Can you speak African? I can speak Swahili.
Oh, you're saying something to me?
I'm asking you do you know African, because I can speak in Swahili.
No, I don't know anything about that. The tourists, they love someone with the influence. They like when you can talk the same language, you know, so I like that to be understand.
Okay. Nawele kelemo.
Then those 2 languages you can talk in.
Yes. For now.
Can you sing the Spanish,
Go again? What did you say? I'm not hearing you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what did you say?
You're breaking up.
Yeah, so what's my name on the application?
So I was saying that can I sing the Spanish when you know your song?
Oh, you like it?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's my name on the application?
I get, are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
I get over 200 applications per day. Sometimes I get it from different, like in first time that you fill it out.
Oh, so you are working at Sandals? You are working at Sandals?
No, I'm saying something different. I need to fill out the application at Breezes River, right?
So where do you work?
I'm a manager for 2 hotels at Sandals and Oceans and one in Montego Bay.
Okay, so what?
I'm saying something here.
Yeah.
I'm saying that if you fill out the application to a particular place,
Mm-hmm.
if they don't have a vacancy, they will send it to me.
So how do I get the work? What and what do I need to get the work? Do I have to?
Just want to get an interview and tell her what is what and when you can come in. You don't have to worry about that. You just learn to practice off the part and hear your phone and tell me about you and stuff like that.
Okay, so do I have to send anything to you, like to pay down?
No, I don't need that, my sister. I don't need the money. Why you say that?
Oh, so where do I meet you?
Interview like so you just tell them about you and the person you are and all of that.
Okay, so where do I meet up with you?
No, we'll have to arrange and that's what I'm saying to you.
Oh,
How old are you?
I'm 26.
You're breaking up now.
26.
Okay, you worked before?
Yes.
Where you work? I don't hear.
I used to work for Grace Kennedy.
Okay, you have another phone you ringing beside you a while ago?
No, that's not my phone. Mm-hmm.
and somebody who know to deal with tourists. A very attractive young lady, so you know you don't carry certain should you're very attractive.
Yes.
And you know, don't need to speak in different languages.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Continue to talk in Spanish, I'm here.
¿Cómo se hace El Salvador? Mudo va Kento.
Continue.
Capiche? Esalol Escolo.
You're gonna say, you're gonna spell the Jamaica in Spanish. Go ahead.
Amaikai.
Go ahead.
Amaikai.
Yes, tell you. Alright, listen what I want you to do. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
I'm gonna say some words to you when I say it to you, you're gonna spell it in Spanish, alright?
Okay.
Jamaica.
XAYMACIA. CA.
Alright, Island Breeze.
Island Breeze.
Yeah.
ISLND.
Okay. Strong Jamaica.
Pabor. Oh, you need me to spell it.
Yeah. Let's see the word here, spell it to the spirit.
Well, I don't know how to spell that one.
Strong Jamaica.
Yeah, can you spell it for me?
What, strong Jamaica?
Mm-hmm.
SCRNG. You spell the Jamaica.
Right, but you spell it in Spanish.
No, I cannot speak in Spanish enough.
So are you interviewing me about Spanish and Swahili and you don't know these things?
Why are you doubting me and saying that now?
No, anyway, so when can I start the job? Because I'm not working right now.
Well, are you talking to me a while ago and you started doubting, thinking, how can we know?
Go again?
See, I'm saying something here, you're doubting, or you're saying, oh, can I speak in Spanish? And I'm saying, what is that for?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Scrap that.
I'm not just 42 years old.
You're married for 42, so how old are you?
I'm a big man, but that's all young.
Okay.
I'm 54 years old.
And you're married for 42 years?
Yeah.
Okay. So when can we meet?
We can meet on Monday, but you seem like you have a doubt. Why you start doubting me?
No, dear, I'm not doubting. Hello?
You know, say the word telling them out, and then I say why I want you, why you ask why.
Okay, anyway, could you call me back? Because my credit is going to finish.
Did you send number?
You called my digital number earlier, so I called you back.
Let me call her back on it now, yeah?
No, talk on this phone.
Huh?
You can speak on this phone.
I said call her back on it now, or you want to talk?
Well, go ahead and talk. But yeah, but what is the point we're getting to here? Exactly.
You're so upset, you're so...
No.
Where is it?
Hey, let me check it. You said, Mama, you're 42 years old.
Let's talk about it. So, a search has been launched for two females who reportedly left their home in two separate parishes between last Saturday and Monday to seek jobs at hotels in St. James, but have not been heard from since. Let me pause right there and say something. Jamaica is fastly developing, and it's amazing to see. I have mixed feelings about. It's like we're not creating a whole lot of engineers. We're not creating a whole lot of people with brains and opportunity to be like physics teachers or just teachers, period. Lawyers, doctors, and so on and so forth. These high-end professions. We're not even creating opportunity for individuals to be entrepreneurs and be very successful at being it, right? We're more creating in record numbers in Jamaica. We're creating opportunity for hotel workers. And as a part of me is like, yes, I would rather see them going to work, earning an income, instead of sit on the corner of the road crushing out weed in their hand or mixed up in bad company because they're trying to make a living. Everybody wants to be validated and valued. Everybody wants to be a contributor. You know what I'm saying? Especially after you reach a certain age. You just don't want to be sitting around. You want to know that you're helping to put pot on fire kind of thing. So we find our youth going out there and you're getting into things that are costing them their lives or their freedom, or costing them to get mixed up in things that is detrimental to them, and it's detrimental to the outlook of their family and the country at whole. I'm about to sneeze, pardon me. So, pardon me, look. With that said, these hotel jobs, they give me a mixed feeling. I don't know, I just had to segue for a minute just to say that. Now, leave your comment in the comment section and tell me what you think about that. Just that piece of statement that I just made right there. Anyways, we're going to talk in details about this incident right here. So these two females from two separate parishes went in search of jobs at some hotel in St. James, but had not been heard from since. Police investigators have joined loved ones in search for at least one of the missing women. She is Tiffany Murray.
Alright, so before we go any further, let's put a face to the name. So this is Tiffany, okay, Tiffany Murray. And of recent, up to 2 days before I did this video, there was a report of a girl found in Mexico, and her family is saying that they're not sure if that's her and all this other stuff. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll stay closer and try to find out. Human trafficking, all that other stuff, very well possible. But she could also be deceased.
Of Palmetto Grove near Highgate in St. Mary. As far as I've heard, update, they're now searching for both of them because they haven't heard from any of them since. Calls to their phone have gone unanswered and so on and so forth. I have a theory what might have happened here. It's gloomy and dismal, but stay tuned. She is Tiffany Murray of Palmetto Grove near Highgate in St. Mary. So the 27-year-old had been missing since Saturday, March 16th, after leaving home for an interview at a hotel in Montego Bay, which was later proven to actually be non-existent. Red flag. According to the police, Murray is of brown complexion, slim built, and is about 165 centimeters, which is roughly 5 feet 5 inches tall. That's a little person. Reports from the Port Maria police are that Murray left home at about 9:30 a.m. for Montego Bay, St. James for a job interview. When she was last seen, she was dressed in a black blouse with a floral pants and a pair of black shoes. All efforts to contact her since has been unsuccessful. One of Murray's sisters revealed through a post on social media, Facebook, that her sister had received information about an employment opportunity at Moonlight Hotel in Montego Bay. However, the sister contacted Murray, told her that she found out that the hotel was actually not in existence. So here's her sister. Yes, sis, me I go on a job interview long a Mobile. I want a hotel near Moonlight. Them say them hiring me. I go check it out and see if I can get something, right? And your sister looking it up while you doing it. And she's on her way. And her sister contacts her and says, my girl, listen, I'm do some research, you know, and the hotel that you talking about, it don't exist. She has not heard from her sister since. She called her 2 cell phones and both cell phones have gone unanswered. Is it weird or unusual for a 27-year-old female to have 2 cell phones? I don't know. I'm just looking at everything. Y'all know how I do. I leave no stones unturned, and I leave nobody out of the equation, right? After her sister told her that this was, because she called her and she got her, according to her account, and she told her that hotel don't exist. So after her sister told her the hotel don't exist, why didn't she come back home? Or is it a case of, I don't know what I talk about, I'm going to go find out for myself because I'm sure it exists. Could it have been that the case is? Or could it have been the case of she was already in danger and somebody was telling her what to say on the phone? Or she probably didn't say much. Alright, me your way out, so me talk to you later here. That kind of thing. Now, it is not too hard to imagine that unscrupulous individuals thinking of ways to kidnap, rape, torture, murder females. And I know a lot of people are going to say whether it's for organs, because do you know that on the black market for body organs that the black human being is preferred? Particularly the black woman is preferred. So is this one of those cases, or is this just a case of some deranged people? I could even go as far as saying some deranged foreigner that does not live on the island or has access to be able to fly out on a regular basis, but is set up there thinking of sick ways to do sick things to people. Ways to lure them in. They know job opportunities are scarce. They know some little girl from around at some corner or some young lady from around at some part, some place is looking for some meaningful, gainful employment where she doesn't have to exploit herself sexually to get ahead. So they're going to show up. I know everybody want to go shake them body in a strip club, right? So some of them prefer to work in a hotel. Although enough of them in the hotel are going with some things in the hotel as well. But anyways, meanwhile, several posts on Facebook have revealed that another female has allegedly gone missing after the journey to St. James from Manchester on Monday, March 18th. She has been identified as 23-year-old Felicia Tyndale.
All right, so again, let's put a face to the name, okay? Take a good look at her. You might see her somewhere, and if you do, please call for help. This is Felicia Tyndale, the 23-year-old that went missing. All right, she went to go look for a job because someone called her out on the telephone and told her that they had a pie in the sky waiting for her, and she bought that opportunity, went for it, and has not been seen since.
Of Grove Place in Mandeville. Tyndale was last seen wearing a black chamiso, black jacket, and black jeans. Reports on social media from friends of Tyndale are that she left home on Monday to meet a man in Montego Bay who had reportedly assured her that he could get her employed at one of the popular hotels there. Yes, man, so I left a go down and Mobiega meet up with Johnny. Johnny said, I'm going to get me a job at one of the popular hotels them down there, you know? Yeah, man, him have the links them. Himself he just come down. You sure? Yeah, man, me sure, man. She reportedly called home that same day informing a relative that she had arrived safely. But she has not been heard from or seen since. Relatives and friends are urging persons who have information of the whereabouts of Tyndale to contact the nearest police station at 119. An official release from the police about the disappearance of Felicia Tyndale was not been released up to this time of this publication that I am reading right here. So, Mark Myrie is this person's name. I will know Siana Bojobantan says, Mobe is claiming a lot of lives. People need to leave that place alone. It's very risky. and I hope to God that they find these girls. Guest number 3 said, just use the airport and leave the city alone. DDT says, this is not sounding good at all. I believe that criminal elements may have used the desperation of those seeking jobs to lure them into a trap. Social media, the downfall that young people embrace. Sadan says, no kidding. It is the worst thing since the invention of the computer. Patricia says, use your common sense. Dre Don says, this is for all you who came here to post negative comments about Jamaica, my country. These things happen all over the world, and I'm sure you don't hear about any psycho person shooting up schools, churches in Jamaica. Nofahuno, Bonono Bridge. Jamaica is nice. I love it here. I don't know why people do that, because that has nothing to do with what's being discussed or what's going on. Jamaica is nice and we love it there, yes. But the two girls them still missing. And there's no need to compare it to the USA now. They're missing in Jamaica now. Right? Alright. Infamous said, you should completely be ignorant. You sound completely ignorant and illiterate. What does Jamaica being nice have to do with the present situation at hand? Please take a seat and let the adults continue talking here. And I totally agree. Andrea Caliban Gibeon says, I'm guessing your child has not yet been murdered. Give it time, and then we'll see how you feel then. While killings do take place all over the world every day, Jamaica is a small island with an extremely high number of murders. One of the most unsafest places in the world. My daughter was brutally murdered in St. James over a year ago, and there are still no answers. Even the detectives working the case sent his son to the United States because he said it is unsafe and he carries a gun. So, good luck to you. Google Desiree Gibbon. And I will Google Desiree Gibbon. Because, you know, enough people come on social media and say stuff like, my daughter was murdered in Jamaica last year, but they won't give you any information. This lady gave us the information, Desiree Gibbon, and said we need to go Google it and see the whole story about her daughter. My condolences. That is a hell of a thing. How do you leave your house and venture into the unknown? Come on, no check-in. You just follow the phone, sir. Plain Talking says they are young and a little naive. Not to mention maybe a little desperate. That's how. Polo says, why would you travel so far to get a job at a hotel and not do any research about the property or the person you're going to meet? People, if y'all are listening to this and you're watching this right now, these are things that you could tell the younger people in your family. If you're going to go somewhere, somebody call you and say, yo, I have a link up where you can get a job at one of the big hotels down in so-and-so, and they're from way on the other side of Jamaica. Or, even if they're from right around the corner from it, tell them to do some research. Nowadays, we even have phones where you can do FaceTime. So, old buddy says he has the links. We and him have to talk about it on FaceTime. That way you have a recording of the individual that you last spoke to about whereabouts, going to meet, who says them have the link to what. Do some research. Call the hotel itself. Are you guys actually hiring for this position, that position? Because you might get a different answer. Here's a man that don't know you from Wapikin Phillip telling you about he has links that can get you into some big hotel. And then you call the big hotel and they're like, well, we're not hiring at the moment. Red flag. But like someone just said, young, naive, and not to mention a little desperate. You get out of high school, 16, 17, 18 years old. You're looking for employment opportunities. You're hitting 23 to 27 years old now, and nothing now really going for you. You start to get a little desperate. And like I mentioned before, everybody wants to help put food pan fire, right? You don't want to just be eating out all the food, and everybody looking at you like, why you not gonna look something so you can come contribute something and help out with some of them bills here and something? You're a big person now, you know. It can be a blow to the ego, to your self-esteem, to your self-worth. Right? All right. D. Brown says, I wear this now, Father God. God, I'm going to rain down fire and brimstone on Jamaica if we don't stop this evil. Good luck. Paula says, Dennis says, Dear God, how I hated these two stories. Please, Lord, bring them back. Oh boy. I could go on and on about a whole other video about the preaching and praying and talk. Dan says, that bad. People there in Jamaica take away women and little girls. Even man. And you not hearing from them again. Dead. Dangerous place to be. Dangerous place to be if you don't know what's happening around you. I agree. Jamaica is beautiful, but it's not one of them places where you can walk around and act like you don't have no sense. And just go anywhere some stranger invite you to. Hell, I wouldn't do that here in the US. I wouldn't do that anywhere I go. But I'm saying, we've seen the track record. Abe's Shore says, well, we all know you can't win a gunfight showing up with a knife. Jamaicans need to embrace the death penalty and stop diluting the authority of the state with external influences, including religious factions. We have to demand that persons who kill with criminal intent be put to death also. Persons who kill with illegal guns, persons robbing and killing, persons who rape and then kill, those kind of people must be put to death. And I totally, absolutely agree. You know, one time gone, people used to rob you, and they would leave you alone. And you know, say, don't floss your things around here so again. But nowadays, they rob you even if they don't get anything from you. They kill you. Even if they don't get anything from you, they kill you. It's like, I just go kill it anyway, just to see what killing somebody feel like. Boy, I don't know. There are a lot of comments here. I'm going to read one more and then I'm going to close this video out with my own opinion. Just great. Jamaica has many natural wonders, not the least of which is the beauty of my Jamaican women. They are the last thing I see before departing the island and the first thing I see when I return. These monsters are pretty much trying to rob my island of all its treasures. Soon, I will have nothing to come home to. Just great. Jocelyn Francis says Jamaica is a very dangerous place to live now. Nobody is safe there, not the rich or the poor. She also went on to say, yes, Jamaica is not the worst country. These things happen everywhere else, but it's still frightening and it's very sad that we don't know who's next that's going to die from the hands of someone. These deaths are not accidents or sickness. It's someone choosing for you if you should live or die. And that in itself is scary as hell. Alright, let me leave this now by saying, alright, Rowan Barrett says, you can't just go seeking a job at a place called Moonlight Hotel. There's no hotel by the name of Moonlight Hotel. And you people should Google these things or at least look it up. And you can't just go taking a drive from anybody you don't know for work somewhere where you don't know. And these people are depraved, sad. I hope that they find them. That's pretty much would have been my summation of this whole thing. Now I know for sure in Jamaica, if these females don't show up and it turns out they had a family problem and them gone a man yard, after a week of going missing in Jamaica, it's pretty much safe to say family can start planning funeral or looking for a body to be found somewhere, or skeletal remains or decomposing remains or something. Yes, it sounds sad and people are going to say, so Flo, you need to be more optimistic, but let's be more realistic. The record has shown that that's what happens, right? Unless they're gonna show up and say I'm in the hills with the bubble dread them and I don't want to be bothered like that girl that flew down from the US. We haven't heard from any of these females. So a week passed, nobody heard from you. One more week means 2 weeks, nobody heard from you, and you just went into the blue and disappeared. We already know what happened. Alright? I hope it's not that case when it ends, but hope for the best and prepare for the worst. Leave it right there. It's SoFlo TV, man. Leave your comment in the comment section below, and if you know of any of these girls' whereabouts, then you already know. 119, quick fast. Alright? I'm out. Peace.